one that never likes to get too comfortable. And try to get the younger guys ready to play too. But it is the first time since I've been here, 5 years now, that we've actually had two going into the season that we know have won and capable of winning games for us. So it's a good feeling to have, that's for sure.
I think because of what Dylan was able to accomplish last year, a lot of people feel like it's a two-quarterback system, but coaches kind of made it clear that, Connor's the guy, and, if need be, we'll get Dylan in there for you.
Yeah, I think, the record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And a healthy Connor Shaw is a starting quarterback for us.
Yeah.
And I think anybody that debates that hasn't been watching the same games I've been watching.
Yeah.
And they're both good players. And Dylan is a capable player that has proven that he can do it and has the right attitude about it as well. He's always he prepares himself during the week like he's a starter, which is exactly what we tell him to do. And even Brendan and Connor, you saw what happened in Maryland. I told them this year, look what happened in Maryland. They got down to had to bring a linebacker over as a 15 quarterback.
Yeah.
So, that's what I mean about never getting too comfortable. You're always trying to get them ready to play.
Yeah.
And it's Dylan will have his day. Connor right now is a starter, and most likely at some point in time throughout the season, there's going to be a time when we need Dylan, and he's been there and done that. So it's a nice problem to have.
Only been a couple practices, obviously, but has Connor shown that same kind of fearlessness, taking off when he has to, not worried about not worried about problems of the past, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about problems in the past. I mean, he's, first 2 days in shorts, we're back there just kind of throwing it around, non-contact, and those type of deals. So I haven't seen any of that yet, but I haven't necessarily had a whole lot of opportunities to see that. So we'll see in the future here over the next week. We'll see.
You mentioned Maryland. Just in case something bizarre happens and Connor and Dylan on the bank at the same time, how do you feel about your depth behind those guys with Brendan and Connor, whoever else is back there?
Well, coming out of spring, those guys, Brendan had a good spring game, and, they both had good summers via the strength guys, and they look good and all that, but they both still have a lot to work, and Dylan's now in his fourth year, and we're just now getting that. So it's nice that we have two that are capable, and those two don't have to necessarily, at least today, get thrown in the fire. But they're under the expectations that it's a great learning process, but they need to speed it up and be ready to play as well. But think they're going to have great futures.
And how much pride did it give you to watch Dylan step in there against Clemson last year on the road against a very good team and perform like he did, knowing that it was really his ball game?
Yeah, well, I was proud of him, and again, it goes back to his preparation and what he does and the way he treats it and carries himself. And he got himself ready to play, and anytime they go out and play well and play the way you want them to, it's always satisfying. I think that's the greatest satisfaction as coaches we all have.